Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is Michelle Fanger, and welcome to Immigration Times. As you know, this program is to provide information to anybody that's going through the immigration process or thinking about the immigration process. This program is just to educate. Remember that although I'm providing the information, I'm not your legal representative, but you can do contact me through Jamaicans.com or on social media at Michelle Fanger if you have questions. Okay, so today is a very interesting show, and I'm excited to respond to a few questions that came across my desk that is very important. But because we're approaching April 1st and something major is happening, if you have not already heard before, the fees for immigration will increase on April 1st of 2024. So if you do intend to do a petition for a family, or if you are doing it for your spouse, family spouse, or child, definitely look into submitting your application before April 1st. It's a few $100s more, but a few $100 in your pocket is a really good thing. All right. So I'm glad you're here with me. So let me go into it with the first question that I got. And it's from somebody who said that they have anxiety because they have a conditional green card. It's about to expire, and they do not want to lose their job. So what should they do? Well, thanks for that wonderful question, because a lot of individuals do encounter this because they're wondering what to do if their condition is about to expire or their work permit is going to expire. Are they going to lose their jobs? It's all required that if you have an application, if you're in a conditional status, or you have whatever, if you have your green card or you have your work authorization, you have to submit the application for renewal at least 3 months before, 90 days before the document expired. The great thing is that currently, if you submit a renewal for your work permit, or if your conditional residency is about to expire, what they'll do, although your case will be pending for a period of time, because they still do have a backlog, what they do is that they send you a letter with the receipt once you send in the document stating that your case is still pending, everything is valid for X amount of months. Recently, I've seen 48 months because they are experiencing delays. So be mindful of that. But what will happen is that you will get that document that you could bring to your employer to show that despite the date approaching on the actual document, like your conditional card that is going to expire, you have a document from USCIS stating that it is valid for another 48 months. They'll accept that document, but you'll have to provide them with that document and a copy of the card, your conditional or your work authorization that is about to expire. You'll have to walk with the expired document and also the letter. And also that goes for you if you intend to travel. If you intend to travel, you'd always have to travel with that letter along with the document, whether it's your conditional green card or you have a travel authorization. Which travel authorization is when people, like when their case is pending, they could ask permission to travel. So that's very important. So no need to worry, no need to have anxiety. Always submit your applications. If you're in the process of doing an application, but you're not sure where you and your spouse is, if it's conditional, still go ahead and submit it. And you have options. If your spouse doesn't want to file the petition with you, I'm going into another topic, but if your spouse does not at the time of the conditional, if you're not together with your spouse, divorced, you could still do a self-petition. But do consult with an attorney to find out if you qualify to self-petition for yourself. All right. I hope I was very helpful, and I hope I helped a lot of people. And on to the second question that we got. I'm always excited to answer the question. Remember, we're on every Wednesday, and you could definitely send your questions. If you go on Jamaicans.com, you could send it through Messenger. Okay. And on to the next question. Which a lot of people have faced this question, and I do get calls about this. It's a travel dilemma where an individual wants to travel to visit their parent abroad, but they haven't traveled outside the U.S. since receiving their green card. Should they be worried? No, you shouldn't be worried if you have your green card and you haven't traveled. That is really awesome, because if you are at the 5-year mark to get your citizenship, it will be less information that you'll have to look into. Because remember, with citizenship, you have to provide how many times and the dates you've traveled for the last 5 years. So that's awesome if you're intent to get your citizenship. But it's not an issue if you haven't traveled on your green card, as long as you don't have any underlying issues, such as a criminal issue, such as drug trafficking, domestic abuse. So if you don't have any criminal issues, they haven't been before the court on certain crimes, you could definitely travel. And it will be no issues for you to come back into the country. The only thing they'll say to you is welcome back to the United States. Okay? So you could definitely travel, but as I said, ensure that you don't have any issues. Make sure also child support is an issue. If you have outstanding child support, that could be an issue. Outstanding taxes, that could be an issue. And also, as I said before, certain criminal charges could be an issue when you're traveling, where they'll take you out of the line when you're coming back through the border. I'm sure you have heard of people saying that, where they're coming through customs and then they take them to another room. So you have to be mindful of that before you travel. Okay. But if you have no issues, then you're okay traveling. If you haven't traveled, a lot of people decide not to travel since they've been here. So that's okay. All right. I hope I was helpful with answering those questions and you gathered a lot of information. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Thank you.